What if I told you that the world is on the brink of a new geopolitical crisis? Yes, you heard it right. A storm is brewing over the vast expanses of Russia and Ukraine, pushing us to the precipice of a major global shift. Douglas Macgregor, a man known for his acute insights, has made some startling revelations that could shake the very foundations of our understanding. So, are you ready to unravel the mysteries? Join us as we delve into the intricate web of international politics. To understand the situation, we need to first understand the key players, Russia and Ukraine. These two nations share a complex history stretching back centuries. Ukraine, once part of the expansive Russian Empire and later the Soviet Union, has been a sovereign nation since 1991. Yet the ties that bind them are not easily severed. Historical tensions simmer beneath the surface, often erupting into conflicts that have repercussions far beyond their borders. There have been territorial disputes, political upheavals, and economic wars, each one adding another layer to this intricate narrative. The Crimean annexation in 2014 by Russia is one such significant event that has shaped their current relationship. It's a tale of two nations intertwined by history, yet striving to define their individual identities on the global stage. Now, with this historical context, let's move on to the recent actions that have stirred the pot. Enter Douglas Macgregor, a man renowned for his military strategy insights and geopolitical understanding. Known widely as a master of international politics, Macgregor's reputation is built upon a solid foundation of knowledge and experience. A decorated military veteran, he spent decades immersed in the nuances of global strategy, earning him a place at the table when it comes to critical discussions about our world's most pressing issues. As a retired U.S. Army colonel, Macgregor brings a unique perspective to the table, one that blends the realities of war with the intricacies of diplomacy. His insights have been sought after by governments and think tanks alike, his analyses shaping policy and informing decisions. His understanding of Russia, Ukraine, and the delicate balance of power in Eastern Europe is unparalleled. With Macgregor's revelations, the world watches as tensions rise. Macgregor revealed that Russia has taken aggressive action against Ukraine, a move that has sent ripples across the globe. This shocking revelation has drawn the world's attention to the tensions simmering in Eastern Europe, a region often overshadowed by other global hotspots. According to Macgregor, Russia's actions are not merely sporadic or impulsive, but part of a calculated strategy. Delving into the specifics, Macgregor exposed how Russia has escalated its military presence along the Ukraine border. This show of force has not only instilled fear in Ukraine, but has also raised alarms worldwide about potential conflict escalation. But it's not just about military muscle flexing. Russia has also been accused of cyber attacks against Ukraine's infrastructure and political system, an insidious form of warfare that can destabilize a nation without a single shot being fired. Moreover, Russia has ramped up its economic pressure on Ukraine. By leveraging its energy monopoly, Russia can tighten its grip on Ukraine's economy, making the country vulnerable to further manipulation and control. This economic warfare is as much a part of Russia's aggressive actions as its military posturing. But what are the implications of these actions? For Ukraine, it's a clear and present danger to its sovereignty and democracy. For the rest of the world, it's a stark reminder of Russia's willingness to flex its power and challenge the existing world order. It's a wake-up call that the political landscape is shifting, and the stakes are higher than ever. The potential outcomes of this situation are varied and complex. It could lead to a full-blown conflict, a new Cold War, or perhaps a diplomatic resolution. The uncertainty is palpable, and the world watches with bated breath. In conclusion, the actions taken by Russia against Ukraine, as revealed by Macgregor, are more than a regional issue. They're a global concern, a test of international resolve in the face of aggression. These actions have not only rattled Ukraine, but have also triggered a global response. And as the world grapples with this complex situation, one thing is clear: the world is watching and the world is waiting. The world watches and reacts as Russia's actions unfold. This situation has not been met with silence, but rather a cacophony of responses from major world powers and international bodies. Each reaction, each statement, and each decision made by these entities carries significant weight, potentially influencing the course of events. In the West, nations such as the United States, the United Kingdom, and France have expressed grave concerns. Their leaders have been vocal in their condemnation of Russia's actions, calling for an immediate end to hostilities. They've underscored the importance of Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity, asserting that any breach of international law will not be tolerated. Across the Pacific, China, a formidable world power, has responded with a more measured tone. While maintaining a stance of non-interference, Beijing has called for peaceful dialogue and diplomatic solutions. This carefully balanced position reflects China's unique role on the global stage, balancing its strategic interests with its relationships. Meanwhile, international bodies like the United Nations and the European Union have been fervently working behind the scenes, trying to mediate and de-escalate the situation. Their approach has been multifaceted, involving diplomatic pressure, economic sanctions, and peacekeeping efforts. Notably, smaller nations too have voiced their concerns. These nations, though less powerful, understand the ramifications of such conflicts, as they too are part of this interconnected world. Their collective voices remind us that this is not just a regional issue, but a global one. The international response to Russia's actions against Ukraine is a testament to the complex and intertwined nature of global politics. It's a reminder that in our world today, no action occurs in isolation. Each move on this geopolitical chessboard reverberates around the world, potentially altering the global balance of power. As the world responds, the future of Russia and Ukraine hangs in the balance. The reactions of world powers and international bodies could shape the trajectory of this conflict, possibly determining whether we edge towards resolution or escalate further into turmoil. As we stand at the precipice of a potential crisis, what does the future hold? Let's delve into the realm of possibilities, shall we? The future as we know it is a tapestry woven from the threads of actions taken today. Russia's recent actions against Ukraine have irrevocably changed the pattern of this global tapestry. One potential outcome is the escalation of tension between Russia and Ukraine, leading to a full-blown conflict. The world has seen similar scenarios play out in the past, and the outcomes are rarely peaceful or beneficial for any party involved. This could lead to a shift in the balance of power, with nations forced to choose sides, thus polarizing the world further. Alternatively, there could be a diplomatic resolution. Diplomacy has always been the preferred method of conflict resolution, a way to untie the knots of contention without resorting to force. This would require an immense amount of negotiation, compromise, and understanding from both sides. But it's not just about Russia and Ukraine. The international community, especially the United Nations, would also play a crucial role in facilitating these discussions. Then there's the scenario of international sanctions against Russia. Sanctions have been a popular tool in the global political arena, used to exert pressure without resorting to military force. However, the effectiveness of sanctions is often debated, and they could potentially lead to more harm than good, especially for the common people. Lastly, we must consider the impact on international relations. This event could lead to a reevaluation of alliances, treaties, and partnerships. It could force nations to reassess their foreign policies and strategies. It could also lead to a new era of international politics where power dynamics are constantly shifting and nothing is set in stone. But remember, these are just possible scenarios, educated conjectures based on the patterns of the past and the actions of the present. The future remains uncertain, a vast expanse of unknowns and possibilities. Only time will reveal the true implications of Russia's actions against Ukraine. In a world where actions speak louder than words, Russia's actions against Ukraine speak volumes. In the grand chessboard of international politics, every move, every strategy holds significance. The recent actions of Russia against Ukraine underline this reality. From our deep dive into the ongoing conflict, we've unraveled layers of complexity, each layer shedding light on a different facet of this geopolitical drama. We've taken a closer look at the key players, their motives, and the potential repercussions of their actions. We've delved into the insights of Douglas Macgregor, a man whose understanding of the situation provides us with a fresh perspective. We've seen how world powers have reacted and speculated on the possible future scenarios. The importance of staying informed about international politics cannot be overstated. It's not just about knowing the headlines, it's about understanding the underlying currents that drive these events. It's about acknowledging that the actions of one nation can send ripples across the globe, affecting us all in ways we might not immediately realize. As we delve deeper into these issues, we begin to understand the delicate interplay between nations, the push and pull of power, and the constant balancing act that is global politics. It's a game of chess with no endgame in sight, only endless possibilities and constant shifts in strategy. As we continue to watch the situation unfold, we are reminded of the delicate balance that holds our world together.